Welcome back to rTech. In today's video, I'm going to review a triple cam from Azdome, and this is called the M550 and it is incredible. Let's get right into it. So Azdome sent this over for a review, and this is the M550. It runs on a super capacitor, so no batteries inside. This is a triple dash cam. So that means it includes a front camera, it has a cabin camera and a rear camera, and it can record all three of them simultaneously on a memory card, which they're provided with this box. Packaging is pretty simple. It's just got Azdome M550 mentioned on it. There's another box inside, and once you take it off, you'll see that camera is neatly packed on the right. We'll come to that a little later. Let's open the other parts of this particular setup. This is the camera. I'll open this in a bit. Well, inside, I think I had this right. Anyway, you can see a lot of wiring. So this is your cabling for the rear camera. Just open this up, and it looks like it's got a removable setup, which means you can install the camera and then connect this long wire back to it. It doesn't look like there's any IR on this rear camera, so no infrared lights. It's got a clamp system so that you can fix it to a number plate or rear of your boot. And it's got a small connection mount here. I mean, this should go to your dash cam. And this is the removable plug. Okay, this is not new. Many dash cams use this so that it's easier to have this fixed. And this looks like it's really good quality, you know. This thing is really heavy. There's a wire, so I think it's long enough to fit a pickup truck. This one is your cabin camera, and this one's movable as well, so you can adjust that camera so that it has the right orientation inside the cabin. And it's got a proprietary mount system as well. So this plug, it looks like mini HDMI, but it's not. So it's yeah. So this is also got a nice finish. Should match the main camera. Let's see what else we have here. So this is your charging cable. Oops. So inside, I can already see it has a USB charging port. Yeah, there is a USB charging port, and this one's a little bigger than usual. I expected something compact, but this is really big. I personally would have preferred this to be a USB-C, but it is not. This is a mini USB, not even a micro USB, it's a mini USB cable. And let's see what's the specifics on this. It's just 1 amp of power from this USB charging port. And I think the camera takes about 2.5 amps. Owner's manual, and again looks like it's good quality. Nice print, multiple languages. And inside you also have a lot of other things they're giving you. Fasteners, they have some plastic crimp tools and some glue base. And that's the memory card, so it's 64 GB. So very generous of Azdome to give you a 64 GB card on this one. And that's protected in a nice package. There's also some there's also some electrostatic stickers so that you can place this on your windscreen with markings on it. There are 2 stickers like this. Let's get to the main camera and the highlight of this video. So this compact thing in my hand is the Azdome M550. So this is a really unique looking dash cam, and this got a GPS antenna built in as well. The controls are at the bottom. It's got the mic and reset button as well. And this uses a Sony lens, and it's got a mount which is basically a glue base. I mean, I don't know how many people like this, because once you mount this thing on your windscreen, and if you want to take it off, I mean, this unit is separable, but the base mount will be permanently fixed to your glass. So if you want to remove that, you'll have to destroy this gum base. I think that's the reason they're giving you the extra gum base on in the box. So this is movable, so you can adjust the angle up and down once it's mounted on the windscreen. And that glue base is really what worries me. So what if I want to upgrade tomorrow? So there's no suction mount anymore. Inside the box you have so many items, and I'll just show you all of them here. In fact, we have more items here because of those stickers and everything else. So what do you think about the design of the M550? Do you have any comments or any questions? Just leave them in the comment section below. Alright, moving on. So let's have the camera assembled here. So this is the cabin camera. This is a small rubber covering which protects the cabin camera in case you don't want to use it. You can cover it up with a rubber sleeve, and once you fix this, the camera becomes a little longer, and it still looks pretty cool. I just like the way this whole setup is. It's got a very narrow screen, I agree, but it looks nice. There's a memory card slot on the left side of the unit. And there's also a slot for your rear camera next to it. Gorgeous looking device. So the screen itself is really small at the back, and I think that's good enough because I don't think anyone's going to sit and watch the video playback on the device itself, but it's got a nice functional screen. And from an aesthetic point of view, it really looks advanced. So the memory card, so I'm going to have this installed in the camera. It just slots in. Let me remove this protective cover on the screen. Nice shiny screen. I want to show you how to release the mount. Yep. So just slide it across. This unit should separate out, which means the glue base will be permanently fixed on your windscreen unless you want to destroy it. And you can just slide it back in and your camera is ready to go. So the power supply cable actually mounts on this upper section of the dash cam. I'm going to power this on, and just before I do that, let me take off this protective covering here. And it's got a very nice screens. It's just so different from some of the other dash cams I've seen. So the power supply actually goes into this holder, which is not easily removable. Unfortunately, this uses a mini USB cable rather than a micro USB or a USB-C. Right, so it's one of those older cables. It's not a big deal, it's not a deal breaker, but still one of those old plugs. Let me show you. So it is one of those older plugs, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to power this on. I love those two LED bar lights on the side. This is good, and a typical setup. I think it's asking for the language. Is it a touch screen? I don't think so. So I'm just going to put OK. The buttons are actually at the bottom. You also have a mic and reset button there. So I'm selecting English, and whatever time zone should be okay. And you can set it up. Remember, they actually throw in a 64 GB memory card, which is in one of these slots. So that's really nice. I mean, you usually get 32 GB, but you know, this one comes with a 64 GB card, and it's already started recording here. It's probably showing some symbols here. I mean, let me get you closer on this one. A lot of indications here on the screen. The mic is actually on. We shall do a road test in some time, but let me just show you how this works. I just want to show you the menu,
and that is a beautiful menu. It's totally different from one of those other dashcam videos which I've made. I mean, they're almost similar for almost all of them, but this one's different. So you have video settings. Let's go to the video settings. So resolution. So UHD, so this can record in UHD, so that's amazing, pretty amazing. And it's also got an option of QHD as well as full HD. Okay, you have loop recording. I don't want to touch that. It's the usual setting on the loop recording. We can increase the time to 3 or 5 minutes. I'll show you that. Yeah, 1, 3 and 5 minutes. Rear cam mirror. So this comes with 2 additional modules. I think I've shown you that in the other. This is the rear camera module. So you can use this as a rear cam mirror. Let me see what happens if I say okay. Nothing really happens. Okay, anything else on this screen? Oh yeah, the time-lapse record. So you do have an option to do time-lapse recording. I haven't tried this, but let me see how this is. It records audio, of course. Playback mode, so it will play all the videos which are recorded in different options here. So the normal videos, the locked video, which means if you have a crash and if it's recorded something, that's protected. You can take pictures as well. Parking monitor, so if you have a hardwire kit, it will do a parking monitoring. So if you have that installed, it's really good. Date and time can be set. Wi-Fi. Okay, now these are some of the bigger things in this particular dashcam. So you can connect this to your mobile phone and have the feed sent to your phone. So let's go in and see what happens.
So the Wi-Fi on this dashcam works a little differently. It's not an always on Wi-Fi, so you'll have to come here and switch on the Wi-Fi and then connect it to your phone. So once you connect this to your phone, the application on your phone will actually detect your camera, add it, and then it can play the stuff right from your camera on your phone within the Wi-Fi range that this thing has, which is about 10 meters. I'll show you a demo in a minute. So let's see some other things here. So remember, this dashcam's also got a GPS built in, right? And it will do a set of other things like timestamps on your recording. And let me also show you some of the other things. Yeah, it's got a driver fatigue detector, so it can look into your eyes and know that you're actually sleepy or going to sleep, and it can give you a warning. Don't know how effective that is. You can turn off the ketones. What else? Yeah, the GPS info. It actually has a working GPS and it will show you the location here. So latitude and longitude, you put this on a Google map and you will get exact locations of wherever this is. So that's pretty nice.
So once you connect this secondary camera which does the interior recording, you'll see that you have the display pop up over here. So that's really cool, and this can be removed. It's very simple to actually disconnect it, but when you do that, I think it's better to have the device switched off, because I did notice that device does go off automatically. So I think it's a good idea to have it switched off when you do that. But either ways,
please format SD card.
There you go. There's a message saying, and I'm sure when you connect the rear camera, it's going to start putting up another display on this side of it. I can do it right now. Let's see what happens. Oops. Yeah, so the rear camera is actually connected right now. There's no light, nothing. There's no infrared lights on this one. So this is just a normal reversing camera. It looks like there is IR on the rear camera. So that's really cool. So where are these lights? Okay, that's somewhere hidden inside this wall over here. Nice.
Please format SD card.
Believe me, this video is really clear.
Most of the features are unlocked when you use the app. So download the app called Azdome on Play Store, on iPhone, wherever you are, and it works on your laptop. So download the apps based on the OS you have, sign in, sign up. Password's actually pretty simple. It's on the dash cam. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So connect it, and then you will see that you have a few options here. I mean, it tells you to connect your dash cam. Like I mentioned, once you put your Wi-Fi on the dash cam, you'll detect it here. And once you connect it, you can actually record remotely using this app, which means it works on Wi-Fi. Your phone needs to connect to this device, peer-to-peer. And then you have a lot of other options here. You can turn on or turn off the wide dynamic range and everything else here. So pretty self-explanatory. And you can see the video recordings, you can see things in the memory card. You can actually change resolution, change the cameras, you can even record the voice. And pretty nice. I mean, it's not got a lot of functions here, but you can change the resolution so that you can record longer and maybe faster. Let's do a test drive. I mean, this is where things get really interesting. This records in UHD, and 4K clarity on a dash cam like this is really nice. I've reviewed a lot of dash cams in my videos previously, but this one's the clearest of all of them. I mean, just look at the clarity on the number plates of these cars. And I'm recording on busy streets, and it picks up every detail without any kind of jerk or any kind of lag. And notice how it displays the timestamps. You have the speed stamp, you have the latitude and longitude. I mean, that's not working sometimes because there's no GPS lock. But in a moment, you'll notice that when the GPS is in range, the device will start telling you what speed you're traveling in. As you can see now, I'm actually traveling at a certain speed, and it's actually having a timestamp of that on the video. And it also tells you the exact location. The GPS coordinates are actually listed right here. So that's really cool of this thing. So you can see that I've started recording early in the morning, and then it goes on. The time here is not set right, so don't fall for that. But I record throughout the day and at different time zones, so that it records morning light as well as afternoon, and then towards the evening and towards night. Let me know what you guys think about the clarity of this camera. As you can see, the light's actually fading. It's towards early evening, and the GPS is really working well here, and there's no problem for the camera picking up number plates even in the night. I'm also going to put some shots of the cabin camera. It's pretty okay. It's got the IR LEDs to help you look in the dark, and that will record in night vision when there's no light inside the cabin. Very good feature. The sky, the surroundings, the walls, I mean, they're so clear. It's completely dark now, and the clarity still holds really well. I know there's a lot of light on the road, but there's no distortion, and every vehicle here is actually crystal clear. That was a Lamborghini Urus, and I could see the brake drums painted in green. So that's how clear this thing is. What is a good dashcam review without a compare? So on the right we have an 8-man camera, also using a Sony sensor in it. On the left we have the Azdome, and you can have a side-by-side compare. Now they look similar, but when you actually zoom in, you will see a lot of difference. I'm just going to do that in a second. So take a look at the reds of the light. I mean, that's totally off track on the 8-pin, but the M550 manages to hold on well. And look at the detail on the people walking on the left. It's so much clearer. So that's where this makes a big difference. So that was the Azdome M550. And this is a triple camera which I never reviewed previously. This is one of my first triple cameras. We have seen dual cameras, and this triple camera with high quality video recording on a super capacitor is amazing. This can work at wide temperature zones up to 70 degrees. So shouldn't have any problem in the bright sun as well. It's a great camera, clearer than most of the other cameras I've got so far. Highly recommend it. I'll leave links in the description below in case you're interested to pick up one of these. Do leave your comments. Do like the video if you like the content you see, or dislike it, no problem. And don't forget to subscribe for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching rTech, and I shall see you in the next one. See ya.